Hello, bachcho. So let's read this question. A simple moment proves to be very significant and saves the rest of the day of the poet from being wasted. Explain on the basis of the poem Dust of Snow. So basically, first we need to understand what was the gist of the poem Dust of Snow written by Robert Frost. The poem is set in a scene. तो क्या हो रहा था पोएट जो रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट है उनका मूड बहुत खराब होता है because he is having a bad day. So the poet is set in a scene where the poet passes by a hemlock tree, which is a hemlock tree. Now, hemlock tree is usually considered as a poisonous tree, and as he passes by the tree, a crow happens to throw some snow of a crow happens to throw some snow dust on him. So in this poem here, the two agents of nature are the signifiers of sadness and gloom. Sadness and gloom. Just like the just like the poet's mood in the opening scene. Now, for the reasons unknown, the author or the poet was having a bad day. The reason was not mentioned in the poem, but the falling of snow on his head lifted his mood instantly. तो इससे हमें realize होता है that though the falling of snow on poet's head was a very small moment, though it was considered as a very significant and it saved the rest of the day. So we can write the falling of snow on his head lifted his mood instantly. He had already spent the day in a bad mood, but the rest of the day was saved. But the rest of the day was saved by the crow and the hemlock. Generally, जो हमने कंसिडर करते हैं हम लोग हेमलॉक ट्री और क्रो को एक बैड सिग्निफायर की तरह यूज करते हैं that it represents sorrow and gloom. But generally, we use generally hemlock tree and crow are considered as bad and unauspicious. But the poet So the poem also indicates a message that we should see beauty in all things. So the poet used the hemlock tree and the crow to portray the elements which bring joy and happiness to him. So this was the small moment which changed the poet poet's mood drastically. So one must not take things for granted and should be open and accept whichever way the nature chooses to bless us. So in conclusion, we can say that this poem conveys the message that nothing in life is small. Even trivial things can bring positive changes in life. In addition to this, it also shows that if we take things positively in life, situations do change better. Like if though hemlock tree and crow are generally used as bad omen, or we can say inauspicious, but the poet took hemlock tree and crow situation in a positive way, which made him think better and made him feel better. So even the small help or good gestures we do for others make large difference. Hence, we can say our simple moments proves to be very significant and saves the rest of the day of the poet from being wasted. I hope you understood the question well. Best of luck.